Well, Brock Lesnar just returned at Summerslam. But does that mean he's not guilty? Nope. Even not only are the fans in an uproar, but so is the victim, Janelle. But we'll get to Lesnar in a moment. But right now, speaking of SummerSlam, I'm really getting tired of this whole, Stephanie McMahon claimed that the attendance record for SummerSlam was 113,722. And it's just like what? Why lie? Why lie? And here's where it's a lie. Do you really think that people come to night one of SummerSlam or night one of any pay-per-view and then they just leave? No, of fucking course not. If they're gonna pay for night one and they're gonna travel and save up money and all that to go to night one, they're gonna go to night two. So they're counting people twice. No one has picked up on this is crazy to me. They're obviously counting people twice. People don't just go to night one and then go like, well, fuck. Now we're banned. Fuck. No, we can't lie about the attendance record. We can't go to night two now. It's not like she comes out before they air hey, just so you guys know, if you guys came to night one, you can't come to night two because we're counting the people and we have to have an accurate they're counting people twice. This is the real number. That is the number, 60,000. That is the number because that's what they counted on night one. And all 60K of those people are coming back on night two. Maybe you have an extra 10, 50, 100 people that weren't on night one. They got late. Their flight got delayed. Their mama got sick and fucking they nursed her back to health real quick and said, I gotta go, Mom. I gotta make it to SummerSlam to see fucking John Cena get peed on by Brock Lesnar. It's a lie. And every time I see it, I'm just like, that is so... and everybody's everybody's just like, oh, crazy. They're breaking attendance records. They ain't broke a damn thing. 60K people was at SummerSlam, not 113K. It's just common sense. So back in Backlash of 2023, Carlito returned in Puerto Rico, his home country, and the response was just phenomenal. He joined the LWO, and obviously, WWE didn't capitalize on this momentum of, Carlito being back. Eventually, he turned heel, and he aligned himself with the Judgment Day. And even though he had, pretty good backstage segments with the Judgment Day, livened up the backstage area, especially that one comment where he got a little bit in trouble for whenever Kabuki Warriors were walking away, and he was like, oh, I wish I was Chinese. That was hilarious, and a bunch of snowflakes got pissed off and called it racist. The dude was just saying Chinese girls look good. I know he fucked it up because they're not Chinese, they're Japanese, but that was his only crime. Bro is from Puerto Rico, he probably doesn't know the difference. I mean, that's, man was just saying I like Chinese girls, that's all he was saying. Carlito was released back in May, and he really let his feelings be known about it to WWE Hall of Famer and one half of the Dudley Boys, Devon Dudley.
The contract ended, and they wanted not to renew. And it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks out, and I never went to them. They never came to me, and so they come 2 weeks now. You don't have to come to Raw or whatever. And I'm like, bro, at least I'll just, I'm a professional. Treat me like a mark or something. Right, I'll do my job and yes, whatever.
He let him know he felt like a mark. He got treated like a mark by WWE, like he was a nobody, he was just some backstage filler talent. And I agree because I know Carlito isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I love Carlito. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. I don't know why they got rid of that music, first of all. That, maybe, they probably don't have the licensing for it anymore, but in the words of Queso, absolute bop. And he basically touches on that, Like he was never pushed, and like to like pushes like they never pushed him. He said that Triple H, he thinks he likes him as a person, but he was never like a fan of the Carlito character, which, like I said, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's just unfortunate that Triple H couldn't capitalize on Carlito's, comedic relief. I mean, Carlito does seem to be taking this in stride. He said it's not the end of the world, so. All right, next we're going to talk a little bit about Brooke Hogan. A lot of people noticed that Brooke wasn't at any of the tribute shows for her dad. Well, her and her dad have been estranged for the longest amount of time. The racist comments definitely didn't help. But basically, her fiance has actually made a statement that they have met a lot of people over the years that they consider family. So kind of hinting at that Brooke's actual family, including Holt, they didn't really consider family. She touches on why she skipped her dad's funeral. She claims that Hulk Hogan didn't want a funeral, so he just didn't like the morbid like atmosphere of it. So that's why she didn't go. She said she grieved in her own little personal space. And it's just a lot of estrangement there. A few years back, she was taken out of, she took herself out of Hulk Hogan's will. And do you know how mad at a parent you have to be to deny generational wealth? He must have been a just terrible father to Brooke, because she's only just now starting to come around and like talk to people about it.
A lot of things about things with my dad have bothered me, because a lot of people don't know. Sorry, I don't want to cry. He called me and there was a very weird, cryptic, like strange message. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to put my dad on speakerphone so you can hear what I'm hearing, because I have to have a witness to what I'm hearing. I'm okay. I'm conflicted, to be honest. What's hard is the last conversations I had with him. I guess that, me and my husband just keep replaying in our head, and he said, hey, I just wanted to call and say I'm sorry for whatever I did. You're sorry for whatever you did. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could go through that you've done. And that's the last time I talked to my dad, because I was like, I just have the heebie-jeebies. Out of nowhere, it was like he did a 180, and then literally like 2 weeks later he got married. I just know that the people around him are pretty shady, and not everybody's there for a paycheck. Everybody's egging him on. Everybody's pumping his ego. And I said, it's killing him. And the leukemia out of nowhere hits me as BS, because...
You never heard that diagnosis before?
She never...
No. And I saw his blood work every time. One doctor, I quote, said, his blood is like a 25-year-old. We don't have cancer that runs in our family. I do think it's weird that no autopsy was performed.
So yes, it's bizarre. Wouldn't it be interesting to see what's in the toxicology report that's not in existence?
Don't even get me going. Don't even get me going. I just don't know what was ever real. I'm sad that, I wasn't part of his life, but, there are bigger forces at hand so I kind of stepped back. But yes, but regardless, I loved him. I loved him so much.
If you don't know the tidbit of lore here, Janelle Grant is a former WWE employee who filed a lawsuit against WWE after she accused Vince and Brock of alleged emotional, physical, and sexual abuse, along with trafficking. I don't know really where the trafficking comes into play. I mean, I know WWE, they travel a lot. My guess what she means by trafficking is she probably was coerced by Vince and Brock, allegedly, to go to places that was maybe on her days off, or she wasn't scheduled to work, and maybe that classifies as trafficking. That's the only thing I can really think of, but still horrible allegations. Vince hasn't even been named since this has happened, and Brock returns. So a lot of fans are feeling like this is like disregarding the victim. I mean, rightfully so. At first I was excited. I was like, man, this means he's not guilty. But literally 2 days ago, representatives for Janelle Grant do not have a statement about Brock Lesnar's return. In Grant's admitted lawsuit, she says Vince McMahon offered her to Brock Lesnar in an attempt to get him to re-sign with the company. Vince offered a human being as a token for Brock to re-sign with the company. So later that evening, after McMahon recounted the story about his dinner with Lesnar to Miss Grant, he sought to salvage the night with a request that they role play a sexual encounter in which Vince McMahon acted if he was Lesnar. Yeah, Vince is definitely sexually attracted to Lesnar. And here's like the text zoomed in of the proof. Just Vince just saying absolutely deplorable shit to this lady. He advertised a sexual encounter with Miss Grant to Lesnar during the formal negotiating of the new Book King contract in WWE. My God, bro. In December 2021, McMahon gave it Miss Grant's personal cell phone number to Lesnar and promised she'll do anything requested of her. Brock Lesnar told the victim that he likes what he sees, and after Lesnar obtained her phone number, he instructed the victim to send him a video of her. Yeah, after which he called her a bitch. Which, yeah, send me, send me a video of you peeing. Very good, yeah, bitch. Like, not a, like, what? Like, this, like, okay, like, on top of the deplorable fucking request, just degrade her after she does it. There's a lot of women out there that want to do these, they're called golden showers. Apparently Miss Grant was not one of them. Why didn't they just find someone willing to do this shit? I mean, McMahon's a fucking billionaire. I'm not the worst looking fucking 70-year-old out there, you know. I don't swing that way, but you know, I can call a spade a spade. Lesnar, you know, former UFC heavyweight champion, former WWE champion, built like a fucking stone mammoth, and the fact that they actually have to, like, force someone to do... Like, there's plenty of people that would have done this for y'all's nasty asses. Willingly. But no. They had to take it the... And finally, here we are. Janelle Grant's statement. A statement released by Grant's spokesperson in response to Lesnar's appearance at SummerSlam was posted on X Monday, August 4th. For far too long, abuse was allowed to thrive under WWE's leadership. Instead of righting this wrong, WWE has done nothing to ensure those responsible are held accountable. This attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug will backfire. We look forward to the full set of facts, including those about Mr. Lesnar, coming out in a court of law where they belong. But in the meantime, we refer to you back to Janelle Grant's updated complaint, which outlines in detail the abuse she endured by McMahon and others while at WWE. So this is definitely like a cash grab from WWE. I mean, it feels to me that like Triple H is just running out of storylines, and so what do? You bring back your cash cow, of course, because the fan backlash about this is just, it's a lot. And it feels to me and all the fans that are pissed off about Lesnar returning, it just feels like WWE doesn't care about the victim in this case. Because, and people use the argument, oh, listen to that pop when he returns. I mean, of course, you're in the moment, you know, John Cena, you know, da, 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 you know, like, of course you hear the boom, 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 like, of course you're gonna be like, oh shit. But then you get to really thinking about it. And I was one too. You can ask my fiance, I was one too. As soon as this music kicked, I was like, yeah, not fucking guilty. And that's just not the case. It seems like they're anticipating Lesnar getting booed because they brought him back as a heel. So they might be anticipating all this backlash circling around. And like, okay, well, they're gonna boo him probably at some point, so let's make him a heel, which I think is actually like pretty shitty. Because much like Hogan when he made his last appearance on Raw, those boos are gonna be authentic for a real reason, real disgusting reason, just like Hogan. And WWE is gonna turn that into a storyline. Not the alleged assault itself into a storyline. Obviously, that would fucking, I don't know, in the Vince days that might have happened, but they're gonna turn these boos into Lesnar being some sort of heel, and I just want you guys to realize when you hear these boos, they're real. Just oh ha he ha 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 boo Lesnar. No, they're booing him because he's allegedly a sexual deviant. So I don't know, man. This could get real ugly if it hasn't already. I mean, it's heating up really quickly. So I'm. And another thing is like, right after Lesnar returned, all of a sudden Triple H is not doing post-event press conferences anymore. The timing on that is almost just telling. It's not even like oh, suspicious. Oh, the timing is suspicious. No, it's more like, okay, motherfucker, you know what you're doing. They know what they're doing. They don't want any Janelle questions, any lawsuit questions, any moral questions about, hey, why are you bringing this motherfucker back when he's not been proven not guilty? A lot going on right now in the wrestling world, but thank you guys for listening. Peace.